Mischief is afoot, dude. God damn it. I just can't take my time and read. Oh, we're stuck. December 17th, 2023, 9 a.m.
How long are we expected to be stranded here?
It won't do much good complaining to me. That fellow there with the moustache, he may know something.
That one?
Excusez-moi, sir.
Yes?
Monsieur Bouc asks for you to join him in compartment 203.
Oh, I guess.
My good friend, come in. We have need of you.
What has occurred?
A passenger lies dead in his bed, stabbed.
A passenger? Which passenger?
In there. He's an American. A man called Ratchet.
Why don't you have a satellite
already
phone?
examining the body.
Mon ami, this is not a missing train ticket. We must follow procedure. We must wait for the police to secure the crime scene.
Please, Poirot. I will take full responsibility.
Book, you ask. Well, if we cannot contact the outside world, then... Oh, you are going to drive me crazy.
7 stab
As you
wounds.
see, the victim has been stabbed many times. Several alone would have been fatal.
Yes, I agree.
This
An
is a
attack
passion
most
thing.
savage.
I will, of course, prepare a complete report on my findings.
Thank you.
There you go. Cute cat. For Daisy.
For Daisy. Interesting.
Are you saying I'm lying? It may have been stuck somehow in a different position, or I may not have seen it in the darkness. Or I didn't think to look, you irritating man.
Details matter, madame. A man has been most savagely murdered. You will excuse me if I attempt to separate the truth from the false. Monsieur, I believe you
Okay.
are not telling me
That's
the
what I think
truth.
he messed up with.
What? How can you say that?
I use my
Alright.
master key.
Dead person?
But who is she? Is she alive?
She is breathing.
Then if she isn't dead, isn't she our murderer?
That, my friend, is what we must find out.
I can ask Jean to make you some coffee.
Man, shut
So,
up!
Poirot, any luck so far? Poirot, I'm disappointed in you. I was certain you would have it by now.
Oh my god!
Have you tried?
Silent like a mouse, please.
I'm sorry. You're right. I'll be quiet now. You need to concentrate. I will not utter another word. Not
will-
one.
Book, there will be another murder on the Orient Express in a moment.
We weren't friends. I would have slapped you already.
You are Joanna Locke, mademoiselle?
Yes, Joanna Locke. I'm a detective. Berkshire, Massachusetts Police.
I had just been promoted to detective after 5 years on patrol.
Long time.
It was my first time on a major case. It had
Okay.
been a month since Daisy Armstrong was kidnapped. The Armstrongs were desperate for some sign of hope. I was there only for paperwork, to fill in some blanks.
Daisy Armstrong's kidnapping. Alright, I have my goggles on and I'm ready to play. My name is Sloth154 and welcome back to Agatha Christie's A Murder on the Orient Express. This is a modern retelling. We are currently in the mind of... We are currently in a flashback of Joanne Locke, a detective from Berkshire, Massachusetts. All right, so Daisy died. Daisy went missing. This is why rich people have bad houses. If someone could get on your property, climb up to the second story on a ladder and kidnap your kid, it's a bad place. All right, let's read this. Daisy Armstrong, the 3-year-old girl, daughter of John and Sonia Armstrong. The victim was taken sometime the evening of February 24th, 2019. The abduction took place at the Armstrong residence where a reception was being held. Mrs. Morrow, Daisy's nanny, discovered the child's disappearance at approximately 10:45 p.m. I forgot. Did I say this? If not, I can cut this out. If you end up liking this video, comment, like, and subscribe. It does help the channel. Check out the description. I'll have a link to the playlist for this series and other games I played on my channel. Just in case I missed that. All right, let's continue reading. A ladder was found outside the child's bedroom. It was used to remove Daisy from the house. Again, bad design in the house. Sorry, sorry, I had to do my whole subscribe thing during this very, very, very inappropriate moment, but I had to get it out. I want more people to subscribe. I want to make money from this Sunday. I'm getting old, and I do like video games. I love it, and I love the video editing. The window was usually locked from the inside. Was found open. That means someone from the party opened it. Four-wheel drive tracks were found in the woods near the house. No party guest drove a 4x4. That means the person wasn't a guest. Have 1,000 ready in 2 to 3 days. We will inform you where to deliver the money. We caution you not to go to the public or talk to the police. The child is in safe hands. The child's already dead. Generally, when they ask for a ransom like this, a quick ransom like this, the person's already dead. After law enforcement protocols were put in place, the Armstrongs followed the ransom's demand, instructed, and paid the ransom of $1 million on March 1st, 2019. Since then, there has been no further communication from the kidnappers, and Daisy has not been returned. The investigation is ongoing. Like I said, Daisy's dead. John Armstrong, retired. Wait a minute. That person looks familiar. John Armstrong, retired Colonel, British Armed Forces. We were hosting a social event to raise money for a local museum. There were many people, some of them total strangers to us. We were all very busy. Then we heard Susan, Daisy's nanny, screaming. It must have been 10:45 or 10:50 p.m. My wife and I went upstairs to Daisy's room. Suzanne was crying hysterically. Daisy was no longer in her bed, and her pillow and on her pillow was a ransom note. Sonia Armstrong. Huh. Wait. A little bit familiar. Occupation, house. Wait. All right, never mind. The last time I saw Daisy was around about 10:30 p.m. Wait. When I went up to check on her in her bed in her room, I noticed Suzanne was not around, but Daisy was sleeping peacefully. I stayed with her for 10 minutes or so. I assumed Suzanne would return soon, so I rejoined the party. Computer input error, deposit disposition to be retaken. Phone call records from the day of the abduction. Right? Sonia, John, Suzanne, John. Suzanne was on a phone call when Daisy was taken. Okay. Wait, no. I didn't expect it.
The investigation is now part of a pile of investigations, and my captain sent me here just to dot some I's and cross some T's.
Okay.
The crime was audacious. How could the kidnapper know which was the window of Daisy's room?
It was an inside job.
No, they could use a ladder to reach it, and no, they could enter the room without being seen. The misspellings are clearly on purpose, and they didn't return the child when the ransom was paid.
Child's already dead. Sorry.
How could the child be taken with so many people in the house?
Because there was a party.
I can't imagine the pain her parents felt when they realized Daisy was gone. How
the
are
pain
they going to
I, as a
feel
single
when they
man, will
realize
never
I
understand.
have no answers for them? Only more questions. That's why I'm here.
Oh, so
A damn computer glitch. Or somebody pushed delete instead of save. Whatever happened, we lost the nanny's deposition. So my entire contribution to the investigation is to take it again. The phone record of the night of the kidnapping. The last call was for 911.
all right. But John and Susan called the same person. So they were calling. Okay. Done.
A topographical map. Often more important than a road map in these mountains.
I mean, you're just asking to get kidnapped in the woods.
A topographical...
Anything else? All right, so I started the first few minutes of this reading. Get into this. Again, it's a pain I will never I cannot understand in my current living predicament. Yeah, Archibald and Armstrong look very similar. Retired captain, retired colonel. Okay.
Good evening. Colonel Armstrong?
Yes. You're the detective they phoned about.
Joanna
Yes.
Locke.
I don't remember you.
I'm newly assigned to the case.
It's about time more detectives were involved. My wife, Sonia.
You're rich. You could hire
she
private
hasn't been herself.
investigators.
Every day is a waking nightmare for us. Tell me you've uncovered something new.
I'm here to speak to your daughter's nanny. There was a computer problem. Her earlier statement has been lost.
Oh, I see. We had hoped. Well, do as you wish. I won't be far if you need me.
Thanks for being understanding. Again, I am very sorry for your loss. Like I said, in cases like this, most of the time when as soon as they get the money, person's dead. Suzanne? Oh, kitty cat. Can I pet? No, can't pet the cat. Worst game of the year.
Lyon, in France. What a lovely looking city.
Hello, are you Suzanne Moreau, Daisy's nanny?
Yes?
I'm Joanna Locke, a detective working on Daisy's case.
Is there any news?
I'm afraid not.
How can I help you?
I'm really sorry. I'm afraid I have to take your statement again concerning the evening of Daisy's disappearance. There was a computer problem. Your statement was accidentally deleted.
Of course. I want to help any way I can.
That's why they also keep the detective's physical notes.
Tell me about that night in your own words.
The Armstrongs had a party to raise money for a museum, I think. Mrs. Armstrong is on their board. I was in charge of Daisy. I stayed with the little one all evening, playing with her and reading books to her. She couldn't sleep with all the noise and the comings and goings.
Okay.
When did you notice Daisy was missing?
I was only gone 5 minutes
You were not.
to phone my mother. She's in the hospital. When I returned, Daisy wasn't in her bed. I thought she might have gone to look at the party, but then I saw the ransom note on her pillow. I screamed and screamed. I couldn't stop.
Did you notice anything?
Did you notice anything unusual before that?
I was with Daisy all evening. Finally, she fell asleep. I didn't see anyone else or notice anything in particular.
Okay.
Do you have any idea who did this?
No! I can't see who could have done such a horrible thing. The Armstrongs are such good people.
Are they?
Like my own family.
Thank you for giving me your statement again. I'll get back to you if I have any questions.
I won't be far.
Okay, I have Suzanne's statement, but her answers need some checking.
Yeah, let's look at this.
Nothing shocks me here. This information does not correspond to what Suzanne told me. Suzanne said she left Daisy alone for 5 minutes, but Mrs. Armstrong says she stayed with Daisy for a while and Suzanne did not return. That's it. No rookie mistake there.
Also, the call with her mother. So, the call with her mother. I think I could keep this to 1 chapter per episode.
A toy train. Now here I am on a real one.
Ma'am?
Mrs. Armstrong, my name is Joanna Locke. I'm a detective investigating the kidnapping of your daughter. May I talk to you? When is your baby due? Mrs. Armstrong? Sonia?
I don't want to talk. I just want to see my daughter again.
Then you gotta help us.
All that matters.
Again,
Oh,
I'm
man.
very
I
sorry.
can't imagine how a toy castle. When I was a kid, I had a police station and a tiny squad car with a siren that really worked.
I was a kid, we had lawn chairs and we made them into spaceships.
That is a great detective.
Was it? Did I make the right choice? Okay, the photo. Wasn't sure about that.
Mrs. Armstrong? Let me show you this.
Daisy, my little Daisy. I miss her so much. How good it is to see her face.
There's pictures
I can't imagine the
downstairs.
pain you're feeling right now.
She loved her little stuffed animal, Fluffy. She took him everywhere with her. The kidnappers took it as well. They didn't have to. That means they wouldn't hurt her, doesn't it?
Every
No.
lead will be followed up.
They took it with them so that
You
she
have
wouldn't
my word on
scream.
that.
Thank you. I shouldn't lose hope. Somehow.
I know it isn't my case, but I just made a promise, and I mean to keep it.
You can find her body.
Do you know where I can find Miss Moreau?
She's in her room. Last door on the left.
All right.
Tell me about the night Daisy was taken, especially anything about your daughter and Suzanne Moreau.
Apart from seeing to our guests, I took a moment to check on Suzanne and Daisy in Daisy's room. Suzanne wasn't there, but Daisy was asleep. I sat with her for 10 minutes or so. Suzanne didn't return while I was there, but there's no reason for her to sit there all night when Daisy is asleep. I went back downstairs.
Okay.
May I come back? If I have more questions?
Of course. Anything I can do.
Okay, the story's Sonia.
All right. Get the phone number files. This one.
That is not exactly what Suzanne told me earlier. Suzanne was on the phone more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, she was on there for almost for over 30
Score.
minutes.
One for the good guys.
Sure, I'll let you have that one. Yeah, this sounds like an inside job.
If I understand you correctly, you left Daisy when she was not asleep?
The party was very loud. Daisy was too wound up to sleep. I read her a Motley Mule detective story to try and put her to sleep. Daisy finally fell asleep. Right before Motley Mule solved his case in the book I was reading her. I had to make a quick phone call. No more than 5 minutes. But when I came back, Daisy was gone.
Okay.
Are you sure you were only gone for 5 minutes?
5, 6, what does it matter? It was very quick.
It wasn't.
What you're telling me doesn't really agree with what Mrs. Armstrong says.
Mrs. Armstrong must have looked in right after I'd left.
That's how it could have happened. But the timing of the kidnapping had to be so precise. How could it be? I need to find something more concrete.
Oh, the phone records. Fine.
You say you were only away 5 or 6 minutes, but Mrs. Armstrong says she was alone there more like 10 minutes. And the phone record shows that you stayed on the call for more than 30 minutes, way longer than you said.
My mother is extremely ill. It's difficult for me. I may have lost track of time. When I came back, Daisy had disappeared. It must have been a coincidence.
You
Really?
have to be precise, Suzanne. A little girl's life is at stake.
Why
Little
are
girl's
you doing
dead.
this? I didn't do anything wrong. I would never hurt Daisy.
I need to check Suzanne's story. She's panicking. Why now? What is she afraid of?
Reconstruct the facts. Enters through the front door. Oh wait. Places that. Enters through the front door. Goes upstairs. Takes the child. Out the window. Cool.
Hey, I'm a pretty good detective after all.
You're a rookie. Oh, okay.
The kidnapper places a ladder under the window to Daisy's room. Then he joins the party, just one guest in the crowd. He somehow knows when Suzanne leaves the room, then sneaks upstairs. He opens Daisy's window, carries her down the ladder, and vanishes.
Okay. Oh no, wrong button. Suffering mother. I don't remember the number. I gotta go get the number again. Hold up. All right, I got the number. 2 1 4 0. Cool.
The detective gets it right.
The number you have called is not in service at this time. Please hang up and dial again, or contact your service provider.
Okay. So the number she gave was
The
fake.
number Suzanne called is not in service?
So it was a
hospital?
burner phone.
I should see if the Armstrongs can confirm what Suzanne told me.
All right. I have not talked to the husband yet. Let's see if I can. Hopefully he knows. How are you?
Doing? Are you holding up?
You know, in the military, you're supposed to have the stiffest of upper lips. The Desert War taught me that soon enough. But this, it's difficult. Damned difficult. Harder on my good lady, of course.
Mrs. Moreau.
Do you know where I can find Miss Moreau?
Her room is upstairs across the hall from Daisy's. She seldom leaves it.
All right. We're
I
on
won't be
schedule.
long.
Take whatever time you need.
Oh, I hit the wrong button.
Did you see Miss Moreau during the party?
I remember seeing her at some point, but otherwise, no. I was too busy with my guests. Wear the smile, shake the proffered hand.
Okay.
Ms. Moreau told me she called her mother.
Well, why not? I believe they are very close, and the poor woman is not well. She needs some experimental treatment that isn't available yet in France.
Okay.
I won't be long.
Take whatever time you need.
All right. Now we just need to talk to Mrs. Armstrong. Confirm something else. Because again, it sounds like this was an inside job.
I spoke with Suzanne. She was phoning her mother. That's why you didn't see her when you went to check on Daisy.
Yes, her mother. I tried to call the poor woman earlier that week, but the hospital said she's been in a medically induced coma for more than 2 months.
Suzanne told me she called her mother, but she would have known her mother was in a coma.
Yeah. Thanks for the information.
The world through the eyes of a child seems so sweet.
Depends on the child. It depends on the child. Because every now and then we'll have a video of that child, of a child in love with a serial killer. Not right. And the parents shouldn't really encourage that kind of thing. So we need to talk to Susan again.
The
Phone
number
number.
you called that night is no longer in service.
I don't understand. That's the number the hospital gave me to call my mother's room.
You told me you were on the phone with your mother when Daisy was abducted.
Yep.
As we said earlier, I didn't pay attention.
Your mother's in a
and
coma.
was on the phone longer than I said. But since my mother is very ill, she had to leave her hometown, Lyon, because the treatment is not approved yet in France. She is in an hospital in Boston for a special treatment. I call her every night to check on her. When I came back, Daisy was gone. I'll never forgive myself.
Okay. I'm gonna go with this one.
Are you sure you called your mother?
Yes. Every night since she was admitted in December.
Suzanne, I think you really care for Daisy. If you do, then tell me.
Yeah, her mother's
the
in a
truth.
coma.
You can't have been calling your mother while she's in a coma.
My mom really is in a hospital in Boston. She really is in a coma. I wasn't calling her. I was on the phone with my boyfriend, Noah.
Why lie about it? Why are you panicking?
Because he's gone. I haven't heard from him since the night of the kidnapping. I'm afraid he's somehow connected to Daisy's disappearance. That he was just using me somehow.
That's
But
information we
I
needed.
swear I talked to him. Yes, for more like 30 minutes that night. So he couldn't have kidnapped Daisy at the same time we were talking.
But he could have kept you
Oh,
talking
God.
so someone else
This
could take
stupid-
Daisy.
Yes, you can see why I lied. Can't you? I was
No.
afraid you'd suspect me of having something to do with it.
You do
can
have something to
understand
do
that,
with it.
Can't you?
Suzanne, I want to believe you, but you've made it harder to find Daisy. Do you realize
Daisy's
that?
dead. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. What have I done?
What's
Something
most important
stupid.
is not what you've done, but what you do now. Go. I'll be back to talk to you. No more lies, Suzanne. For Daisy, no more lies.
Again, as soon as they got the money, that child was dead.
The name might
I'm
lead
really
to that
sorry
little
about
girl. I am
being
on
so
this
blunt
case
about
now,
that.
whether my captain wants me to be or not.
There's, okay, French to English. Can't read that. Romeo and Juliet. Motley Donkey. My first stories. Okay.
A locked diary? Let's see if I can shine some light on its secrets. A locked diary? Let's see if I can.
Bible? I'm not sure. Nope. Not gonna be able to read that. Not a clue.
What's in the glass case? Oh, big surprise. Glasses.
I don't know. I found knives in these things. Miss Rob.
Huh.
I'd rather see the play than read the book. Need these.
An Eiffel Tower keychain, but no key. Small jewelry box. By the size, I'm guessing earrings.
Let's check. Key
Why put a key in a jewelry box?
or a diary.
I expect Suzanne must have gone through a lot of tissues these past weeks.
Yeah, she was honey-dicked. Why could I pick this up?
A card from the florist. It's signed N.
Noah. Read her diary.
That doesn't work. That doesn't work.
Oh, that's
okay,
clever.
Suzanne. Let's see what you haven't told me.
That's a clever lock. Alright. February 9th, 2019. Day at the park with Noah. I can tell he is opening up more and more with me. I chattered on and on about my job. I told him how much I like the Armstrongs, especially Daisy. I really feel like he's invested in our relationship. I think that kind of man is so rare these days. Valentine's Day, Noah and I went to the Blue Lagoon, our favorite restaurant, for lunch. It was wonderful at first, but then something happened. Noah received a text message. I don't know what it was, but he said he had to leave. He wouldn't say anything else. Instead, he went away somewhere in the mountains. Finally, we arrived at a cabin in the middle of nowhere. He told me to stay in the car. Not very romantic for Valentine's Day. Noah gave me flowers. He is usually very attentive, but despite everything, I felt he was more distant today. I hope he is well. I would like to be more present for him, but I don't want to interfere in his private life. You're in a relationship. Part of the job. It's been a while. March 15th. It's been a while since I wrote in this diary. I didn't have the strength, and I think this is the last time I will write in it. My dear Daisy was kidnapped, and I haven't heard from Noah since that day. It was the night Daisy was taken. He talked and talked. I left Daisy too long, and now she's gone. I thought he loved me, but he just never called again or anything. He hasn't replied to my messages since the night Daisy. I'm lost. My fault Daisy is gone. I didn't watch over her.
I can see why Suzanne didn't tell me everything about this, Noah. It's clear when he disappeared that she realized something was very wrong.
She should have told someone immediately. I need to do now. Search her room. Gotta learn more about her boyfriend. We gotta see if those two know about him. You stay right there.
Know anything about Miss Moreau's boyfriend?
Her boyfriend? I know she went out with someone for a while there. More recently, I saw a man in a 4x4 who would pick her up on her nights off. He never got out of his car, just waited for her. She did seem to spend more time than usual on the phone these past few weeks, but she worked hard. We weren't going to begrudge her what free time she had. Since the abduction.
So her boyfriend had a 4x4.
I won't be long.
Take whatever time you need.
Yeah. I want to talk to Mrs. Armstrong before I do that connection. Did you know Mrs. Moreau's boyfriend?
Can you tell me anything about Suzanne's boyfriend?
I know she dated our chauffeur for a while. There was someone else she'd met recently, but I don't recall his name.
Okay, so by their statement, it's cat. I don't trust it. I love cats, but I do know they are mischievous monsters. Let's make this connection.
These tire tracks could well be from Suzanne's boyfriend's 4x4.
Yes.
That is a great detective job.
Yeah, it is. Thank you. I'm doing my best. This episode might be short.
I imagine these flowers must have been beautiful. Who gave them to you?
The gardener. They're getting pretty wilted, but I hate to throw them away.
Okay, the gardener.
Tell me about your boyfriend. Have you been together long?
My boyfriend? Why? He doesn't have anything to do with this.
Please,
Lady,
Suzanne, the sooner
seriously,
you answer my
Suzanne?
question, the sooner we'll be done.
His name is Noah Garrity. I met him at a Lunar New Year party in Great Barrington. He is a kind and caring person. although, well, I miss him. He had to go away on business. He should be back.
He's not coming back.
Tread marks of a four-wheel drive vehicle were found outside the garden on the night of the kidnapping. Noah drives one, doesn't he? Where is he, Suzanne? If you know anything more about him, you have to tell me.
I know what you're thinking, but it's impossible. He was very nice to me. He
I
never
would
did
slap
anything
the
to make me
shit
suspicious.
out of
We went
Suzanne.
out to the movies. Just like a normal couple. He's not the only man in the Berkshires who drives that kind of car.
The only one who knows this house, though. Huh. You're forgetting your date on Valentine's Day. Of course he did something to make
You
you
really
suspicious.
didn't notice anything strange about Noah until he vanished?
He could get moody at times, as if he had a lot on his mind.
Valentine's Day?
In your diary, you say that Noah took you to a cabin in the mountains on Valentine's Day.
You read my diary?
I'm sorry, but we have to find Daisy. We
Again,
both want
slap
that. So
real
yes,
quick
I looked in your
across the
diary.
face.
You're right. He took me to a cabin in the woods. I waited for him in the car. He came out after a few minutes.
You could get away with
He
a
was
bit of
very
police
sweet
brutality
and
here.
Apologetic, but he never explained. We went back to the restaurant for dessert.
Did you ever go back to the cabin with him?
No, never.
So, what made Noah drive all the way to a cabin in the middle of nowhere? He left her in the car. Why was he there? This is important. I know it is. I can use Suzanne's directions to the cabin and compare them to the map of the area I have in my car.
Okay. I wasn't listening to her explanation. I was reading something on my phone real quick. Good MCU news. Map. Please don't make me do this. Oh God, please.
Thanks to the information Suzanne gave me, I should be able to find the cabin on this map.
We left town, crossed two bridges through some thick woods. Past the cornfields. Then just trees and more trees until you got to the cabin. This one?
I've got it. The cabin
Okay,
has to be here.
right there. Thank God.
I have to find that cabin. I hope I'm not too late.
I could never live in a place like this. Alright. March 29th, 2019, 10 p.m. Did you call for backup? Lady, listen. Law and Order lied to you.
Let's investigate.
Yeah, Law and Order lied to you. You're not supposed to do this on your
Noah
own.
brought Suzanne to this dump on Valentine's Day? What a romantic.
Love Shack? Check outside first. Oh, a little mustache.
Shiny facial hair. The good news is that it's gold.
Bars on the window.
If only I could see what's inside. That barrel is sturdy enough. I could climb on it.
Move it over here. And this episode will not have a happy ending. Ah, there it is.
Ugh, an old hunting trophy starting to molt.
Yeah.
It's Daisy's plush toy. If Fluffy is here, the kidnapper has been here. I have to get inside this cabin.
Get your gun.
I'm not getting through this door by wishing it open. The broom isn't sturdy enough to force the door.
Oh, the axe. And again, she should have called for backup.
A maul for splitting wood. Perfect for attacking doors.
Again, should have called for backup. Why the fuck are you doing this? Yep, this is something that TV has lied to people about. You can't just do this. That's contaminating a crime scene. Oh, you have your gloves. Call for backup.
Look at that. A broken door to investigate. No need for a warrant. Some people seem to have played here before.
This is not going to have a good ending.
The floor is scratched and worn in this area. The sofa must have been moved a lot.
We'll move that after we check the room.
A lot of tools. I guess somebody noticed the cabin was about to fall down. Some boxes. I wonder what they were used for.
Oh, my stomach. I'm not feeling good about this. I'm actually feeling bad about this one.
That's a woman's hairbrush. Did Suzanne actually come in here after all? That's
check
a
it for
woman's
hairs.
hairbrush.
3892. I gotta write that down. I think they're stupid criminals.
This bottle comes from the Blue Lagoon.
Suzanne, you could do so much better.
It's fluffy, no doubt about it.
Little mustache.
A gold mustache. Thank you very much.
Let's move this sofa. Oh, no. No, I'm not feeling
The
good
stove
about
is
this.
cold. Nobody's been here recently.
Really not feeling good about this.
Damn,
Oh,
it's
fuck!
booby-trapped. If I move, it could go off, and that countdown tells me it wants to go off anyway.
Shit. Think. Oh. Oh. All right. What am I doing? Oh, I gotta get him to line up. There we go. Oh, messed up there. I'm sorry. Try again? I don't know how the fuck you defuse a bomb. Opposite of the glowing. Okay. Third one. Center. Okay.
That should do it.
What the hell?
Wow, I wonder if that's how close it was. This would have ended my investigation right here. These rods are heading towards the canisters. It must be the trigger for the explosion. I smell a strong, sweet smell. Damn.
No.
I think these are filled to the brim with diethyl ether. Incredibly flammable. It looks like the kidnappers wanted to utterly destroy this place and whoever opened this hatch. A wooden crate? I have to open it.
Please don't show us. I don't want to have to censor this.
Oh no. Daisy.
Yeah, so I was right about that. I don't want to be right about it.
I called in my discovery of the body. Then there was nothing I could do except protect the site for forensics. The forensics team arrived an hour later.
Yeah, my stomach felt real bad during this last few seconds.
I went to work, looking for physical evidence, fingerprints, testing for fluids, DNA, any clues science can uncover.
I would not. See, this is another reason I can't be a cop. One, I'm a bad person
They removed Daisy's
instinctively.
body.
March 29th,
The autopsy would take place in the
12:35
morning.
a.m. And I could not do
But
this
I had
part
one
of
more
it.
stop to make.
This is a heartbreaking thing to have to look two people in their face and tell them. I don't think I could do it. I think I would break down crying every single time I had to do this. I'm getting choked up and I have a horrible feeling in my stomach right now, and this is fiction. Really old fiction.
Oh no!
Yeah, people, in this day and age, you ask for proof of life. And I'm sorry.
That night, I swore to find the monster who killed that child.
Alright guys, I finished that chapter, so I'm gonna get out of here. We went through Joanne Locke's reasoning for being on the... Well, her reasoning for trailing Samuel Ratchet. It was the disappearance of a child. The Armstrong child, Daisy. And that last part really got to me. So I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna readjust. Oh god, hold it together. And I'm going to continue this because we're gonna get through this. It's just that situation, that in the cabin, I had a horrible feeling in my stomach. I know what happened to the child, not from the books, just from my general understanding of kidnapping. TV, thank you a little bit, but namely the burn notice. If you ever watched the show, they had a good explanation of kidnapping and the do's and don'ts of kidnapping. Trust the police, they'll do their best, but yeah, most people don't make it. So I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna readjust. If you watch this video, you don't have to like it. You could dislike it. I don't feel good about this one. Comment, like, and subscribe. It does help the channel. Check out the description. I'll have a link to the playlist for this series and other games I played on my channel. Tell me in the comment section what you think about the game, and did you also have that bad feeling in the cabin? Because I really did. So I gotta get out of here. If you made this far in the video, Prime thanks you, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.